So we have Kanaka's iPhone. Two question. Can you recite less than one mala japa if you have less time? Yeah, but at least one mala we should do in a day. Now we are supposed to chant 16 malas. Okay. Okay. Then we recite, we should how much? 10 minutes it takes. We should try to save time. Try to save time. We waste a lot of time. Any good manager never says he doesn't have time. We waste a lot of time. Try to save time reading newspaper, watching movies, watching cricket match, gossiping. Try to save time. All of us waste some time here and there. Vishnu Sahasranama, please continue. It's very auspicious. There's also chanting Krishna's name only. Vishnu. What is the difference? Difference is Rama Rameti, Rama Rameti. 1,000 name of Vishnu equal to one name of Rama. And three name of Rama is equal to one name of Krishna. So that is the difference. Much more powerful to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Okay, but any practice you have done, it's same chanting Krishna Nama only. Please do not stop. Continue. We are also happy. Sometime festival time, I'll request you to chant it for us. We will together here. Okay.
Prabhuji, can you please activate Spotlight?
My spotlight is not
Yes,
active.
Prabhuji.
So live is there.
Yes.
Just 1 minute. I will come. We have done Kirtan.
No, Prabhuji. The chanting is completed, but Kirtana is pending.
Okay, just 1 minute.
Swati Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Namahu Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Auravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavam Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadana Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
I am Ashtakam Swati Prabhuji. Today I would like to do Damodar Ashtakam Prabhuji after your class.
ठीक है.
Thank you Prabhuji.
So this is a very nice chapter, also known as Purushottam Yoga. Yoga of the Supreme Person. Purusha Uttama. In fact, many of the important days, this chapter is chanted during the, we have a month, whole month of Agama Masa, Purushottam Masa, this is chanted. It's a very nice chapter. Again, one of the shortest chapters, like 12th chapter, it only has 20 shlokas. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Urdam Moolam Adha Shaka, Ashwatam Prahu Avyam, Chandamsi Yasa Parnani, Yastam Vedana Vedavit. The Supreme Personality Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that its roots are upward and branches are down, who leaves of the Vedic hymn, or to know this tree is the knower of the Vedas. That's what it means. This world. Now, where do you see inverted tree? There is no inverted tree anywhere. It only exists in a shadow. Shadow of a tree is there for some time, just like when there is no light, there is no shadow. But tree exists for all the time. So spiritual world, God's kingdom, is a real tree. This world is a shadow of the spiritual world. As a shadow exists for some time, this world is continuously created, destroyed, continuously destroyed. But Lord's abode is eternal. So this world, therefore, we also read, is a fool's paradise. It is for the foolish people, this people, world enjoyment. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, we read in the second chapter, Prajahati yada kama sarva partha manogatan. All the enjoyment in this world is only an hallucination of the mind. It does not exist. Now we can understand an example of a shadow. Suppose in shadow, you see an apple and a shadow of the tree. And you jump. I'm going to eat apple now. I'm going to eat apple now. You jump in the water and you're swimming towards the shadow. I'm going to eat apple now. And you put a mouth, there is no apple, or there is no, say, mango tree or apple. There is no fruit actually. It's just a shadow. So because of our foolishness, we become attracted to enjoying apples or mangoes in the shadow. Actually, in shadow, there is nothing. Only imitation is there. This world is a very nothing but just an imitation of the spiritual world. There is no happiness in this world. Happiness in this world only exists in anticipation. How is the happiness in this world? Only in anticipation. And for like a fool, we keep swimming around for happiness which just does not exist. But I'm going to eat it. That's the only happiness we have in anticipation. So if you are intelligent personality, you'll understand something that actually there is no happiness here. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, not all dukhalem ashashvatam. Not only there is no happiness here, You're going to drown very soon in water. How long somebody can swim in water? There is a limit. After some time, we drown. Correct? Suppose I drop you in the ocean. For some time, you can flap your hand. After some time, you will drown. It's a limit. So similarly, everybody can flap his hands for some time, then he drowns. Bhutta bhutta praliyate. Again, he'll be born and another species. He comes out of water, and again that also drowns after some time. Our life is temporary here. So full of misery. There is no happiness in this world, and it is temporary. Because this is what the situation we are in. So, but you have to understand. We don't. Therefore, this chapter explains of the situation. Whatever you don't like in this world actually doesn't exist in the spiritual world. There was once I remember one boy was there. He had become brahmachari. So when he came to the temple, his father came to meet him, and mother was very happy. Mother was also very nice devotee. She made laddus for everybody and very welcoming. And but father was, he gave him permission, but he was not happy with the whole decision. So he was sitting at the back of the class, Bhagavatam class was going on, and with anger, like that he was making sound like a bull, very angry. The moment the class got angry, class got finished, he lifted his hand. I have a question. So speaker said, yes, what is the question? You simply are cheating the innocent boys here. There is kingdom of God, there is God, and like my son has also given up everything. You are all cheating. There's nothing like this exists. Prove, if you say Vaikuntha exists, prove now here, prove to me there is something like God's kingdom. The speaker was quite strong devotee. He said, okay, that's fine. You want a proof? He said, yes. Tell me this. Do you want constant happiness? Yes, I want, and it is not there. Is it there in this world? No. Look at the sun. I've done something and I'm so much pain. Okay, agreed. You want constant happiness and it's not there. Why you want it? And what does it mean? If you want something, that means you have tasted it somewhere. Just like in a tree, a shadow, you see apple, you jump to eat the apple because you have eaten apple somewhere else before. So you are wanting constant happiness, which is available somewhere, but not here. He had no answer, and that is Vaikuntha. We are all wanting Satchidananda. We are eternal. We don't like death in this world because in Vaikuntha there is no death. Vaikuntha means world of no anxiety, no kuntha there. We are have want full of knowledge. We don't like ignorance. If something is unknown to us, we want to know what it is. So Satchit and Ananda, we want to be full of happiness. The world is full of misery. We are Sat, the word is Asat. We are full of knowledge, Chit, but actually this world is full of ignorance, Achit. And we are full of happiness, Ananda. This world is full of misery, Nirananda. They're totally incomparable. You're in a wrong place, actually. Whatever you see, you cut your body in here, you see blood, you get shock. Why? Because spiritual body cannot be cut. You don't like veins in your body. Spiritual body has no veins. Hmm? You don't like old age. There is no old age in the spiritual body. It's eternal. We don't like anything but temporary. Yes, spiritual body is full of knowledge, full of happiness, full of eternity. That is the spiritual kingdom. In this world, people's relationship is very bad. They cheat each other. Yes, in the spiritual world, nobody cheats. Everybody loves. There is no lusting there. This material world is the world of lust. We are trying to exploit each other. Here, spiritual world is the world of love. Then how did he end up in the material world? Because of our desire. Because a desire to be the Lord, because of desire to imitate artificially the position of the Lord. And just like a girl wants to be dressed like a boy or boy wants to dress like a girl. It's unnatural. So we are unnaturally trying to imitate the position of the Lord. Therefore, we come to the material world. And all gymnastics are going on. We're jumping around. Below here are the lower species. Then there is Devata, Brahma is on the top. All of the Devatas are here. Okay? And we're trying to enjoy Chatur Purushata here. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha in this world. Okay? These are all varieties of sense gratification. And this chapter concludes after understanding our entanglement. Because the question says, see, 12th chapter, it was already settled. What was settled in the 12th chapter? That he belonged to the spiritual world. It was already settled. Then once he belonged to the spiritual world, the question is that, and we are pure devotees of Krishna, and it was settled Bhakti Yoga is the highest thing. Then why 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 chapter? Arjuna, after understanding here Krishna, bhakti is highest and to surrender to Krishna is highest, wants to extricate himself in this world by using knowledge and surrender to Krishna. Therefore, 13th chapter was Kshetra, Kshetragna Jnana, the knowledge of the field and the observer of the field. The 14th chapter was what? The Maya, how Maya has trapped in his world. The 15th chapter concludes by explaining the inverted tree in which you are trapped. And finally, this chapter will say now, cut down this tree and jump into the ocean, across the ocean of your independent desire. Give up your independent desire, follow the lotus feet of Radha Krishna, and eternally engage in their lotus service. That is the perfection of life. So this chapter is Purushottam Yoga. Go take shelter of Purushottam. Today we are taking shelter of our senses and you're suffering in this world. The branches of the tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of mental nature. The twigs of the tree are the objects of the senses. The tree also the roots going down, and they are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. In fact, something I wanted to show you. If I can come out. Yeah. I took some bridge classes. I don't know all of you attended. In that, was showing in the how the tree we are trapped. Another example we had. What is this? Yes. Very nice symbolism which we use there. This was the symbolism. Everybody can see. So this is how our material existence is there. We are again in the tree of the material world. Falling down means death. The snakes are waiting. Kala Sarpa, if they bite, even medically, death is certain within a few seconds. And you're holding on to the branch of the tree. The two rats are day and night. So they're eating our life. Any moment we will fall. This is guaranteed. Anyway, on the top of it, I'm becoming old. The old age is the elephant, which is going to pluck this tree anytime. I'm going to die. But still, I'm holding on. Krishna is requesting me, seeing the difficult condition. My dear child, come, I'll take you to the spiritual world. Then you don't have to suffer. And so much danger is there for you. You're suffering here. Still the person is holding on to the tree. And there is a limit how much you can hold on. The hand is paining because there is a honeycomb above. From that, some honey is falling. And his tongue is out. And sometimes 1 or 2 drops of honey fall. This honey represents the pleasures in this world, and the biggest of them is sex pleasure. For the silly pleasures, which actually are perverted pleasures, not real pleasures in a shadow, trying to control other jivas. That's your all kind of pleasures we have, grossly or subtly. Person is hanging on to this branch. And not only that, the bees of the honeycomb are biting him, left, right, center. There are so many difficulties in this world trying to enjoy pleasures. Sometimes they are beaten up by people. All those difficulties are going on. Okay? Krishna is asking us, my dear child, don't come out. But we are holding on, determined, because we cannot give up stupid pleasures of this world. Even though Krishna is explaining us, Yehi Samsvarshaja Bhoga, we read this in which chapter? 5th chapter. Yehi Samsvarshaja Bhoga, Dukkha Yono Evate, Adi Antavandha Kaunteya, Natesha Ramate Buddha. My dear child, come back to the spiritual world. You'll enjoy his pleasures eternally. Here, how much long you can enjoy these pleasures? After some time, you get sick of it. Correct? Sir? And does it satisfy you completely? No. Is it permanent? No. So why you're enjoying such silly pleasures? Why don't you, my Lord, my dear child, come with me? But we are not interested. So our foolishness. We are nobody to blame but our own selves for whose paradigm we are living in. Not that God did it. You forced him to bring you to this foolish position. Mando, okay, now let me go back to my class. Otherwise, so where we are, chapter, okay, Purushottam Yoga. Okay, so this is done. Branches of the tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. The tree also the roots going down. And these are bound to the fruitive action of human society. So this is okay, going up and down, that's all. The real form of the tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it begins, where the foundation is. Very difficult to understand these complexities of this material existence. But with determination, one must cut down this tree. Cut it with the weapon of detachment. Krishna is explaining, cut down. Slap your mind. Stop all this nonsense enjoyment. I want to take shelter of Krishna. That is what it means. If you don't keep pampering your silly mind, just reject the mind. My dear mind, don't disturb me now. I have decided to take shelter of Krishna. I'm not interested in the sensual pleasures. I understood these pleasures are temporary and they are not satisfying. I would rather take shelter of Krishna and enjoy eternal spiritual happiness that anybody can experience. You may say you are telling a story. I'm not telling a story. Sit down and chant for half an hour Hare Krishna mantra. You yourself see so much pleasure is there. Much, much more than your so-called pleasures of this world. So doing one must seek the place from which having gone, one never return. And they surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything has become, in whom everything is abiding since time immemorial. Natadabhashite Shuryo Nashashankana Bhavakaha. Now Krishna is explaining his abode. My dear child, come back here. Natadabhashite Shuryo. There is no need of sun there. You see how bright the spiritual world is. You don't need sun. This world is dark. It has to be lit by lights. But you need sun and moon to light it up. But the spiritual world is fully bright. You don't need anything to light up. You don't need a torch to carry to the sun. On sun planet, there is enough light. Like that, spiritual world is self-fulfillment. Bhashite Surya, no need of sun, moon, anything. Yad Gatvan Anivardhate. If you go there, you will never come back. This word is so beautiful. Krishna, spiritual word is so beautiful. Krishna is telling Arjuna, my dear child, the spiritual word is so beautiful. Come. You'll never come back to this word if you see. Just like a father is inviting his child lovingly. My dear child, therefore I told you Bhagavad Gita is a love letter. You can feel it. My dear child, come back. You'll be very happy here. This is a beautiful shloka. Mame amshaha. Just like a mother always tells the child, you're part of my body. Correct? So many mothers are here, don't you feel so? And those who are not mothers, at least you have heard from your mother this statement. Mame amsha. Jiva loke. In this world, my dear child, Jiva bhuta sanatanaha. You are eternal. Mame amsha. Manha shashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. My dear child, you are my part and parcel. Even though mother feels you are part and parcel of body, it's not true because you are Atma, not the body. But with Krishna, you are Atma and Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. You are his part and parcel. What is the meaning of part and parcel? Just like a part of the chair is not part and parcel. It is part, but not the parcel. You cannot sit on a piece of chair. But piece of sugar is still sweet. It is part and parcel. Like that, soul is part and parcel of the Lord. It is also conscious. It is also eternal. It is also seeking happiness. It is also wants to love, like Lord is there. Okay? And it is also individual. God is also individual. But it has one thing. Krishna is alone maintaining the rest of the soul. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bhavana vidadhati kama. That is the difference. So by studying a drop of seawater, we can know something about the ocean. We cannot study ocean. We can study a drop. Similarly, by studying one Atma, we can come not to know about God, Paramatma, we can know. But there is always a difference. In my heart, two people are residing, not one. One is a small jiva, another supreme Lord. Both are residing. So, Mame Amsha, my dear child, in this world you are there, and you are struggling in this world. This Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, eternally you are my part and parcel. Not that today you are part and parcel, tomorrow you become me. No, you cannot become me. You're always my part and parcel. Okay? Mana Shashtani Indriyani. But in this world, my dear child, you're struggling. I'm seeing that. Krishna is not happy seeing us suffering in the middle world. Mana Shashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karishati. Okay? Shariram yad avapnoti niyachapi utkramamit utkramatishvaraha. Grihit vaitani samyati vayur gandha ivashayat. Just like when air goes through a rose garden, it carries a nice flavor. So similarly, we have to be very alert. What I'm thinking about, what activity I'm doing now. because that will spoil my mind. You cannot jump into dustbin and come out clean. Really disturbed. So we should be very careful what kind of activity they do in our life. We do foolish activity, then our mind becomes contaminated. And once the mind becomes contaminated, then what happens to us? Correct? Then we suffer. Once the mind becomes contaminated, then we suffer. So don't do that. So be very careful. Be very, very careful every moment what we are thinking, what we are doing. 10 times we should check up. I'm not doing anything which is wrong. Any activity being kama, krodha, don't do such activity. Because then you'll be thrown in a species of birds, insects, worm in a stool, tree. But if you maintain your life thinking about the Lord, serving the Lord, whatever you do, so morning you get up, that is you then getting up, you do arti for the Lord, that is Krishna arti. Then after that, you chant the name of the Lord, Krishna Nama. Then after that, again you see arti of the Lord. I'm just telling a temple schedule, that is Krishna arti again. After that, you hear Bhagavatam class, that is Krishna Bhagavata. You're connected to Krishna like from Bhagavatam, that is his message. Then you take Prasadam again, that is Krishna Prasadam. Then after that, whole day you're serving Krishna, Krishna Seva. Whole day, whatever you do, at the end, do it for the Lord's pleasure. Om Tat Sat, Krishna Seva. Then after that, finally doing everything, you offer everything to the Lord. And after you finish everything, you offer everything to the Lord. At night when you're taking rest, my Lord, I try to serve you. I could not serve properly. I'll try to improve. I'm taking some rest, my Lord. I'm sorry. I'm your servant. I should serve you 24 hours. But I'm little tired now, Krishna. I'll take little rest and so that I can be fresh to begin my service tomorrow. Next day you get a morning. Krishna, bless me today. I want to serve you very nicely. That's how the life should be. What else is life? We want to become master. What kind of master are you? You are just servant of your senses. If we give up service to Krishna, we become servant of our senses. So isn't it foolishness? So to become all that unwanted association of sinful desires for personal heroship, become a servant of the Lord and be happy. Jiva Krishna Das e Vishwash Karle Tara Dukhanai. You accept this fact, you're servant of the Lord, there is no more any unhappiness for you. Living it, taking another gross body, obtain a certain type of ear, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. So this all goes around. If you remember, I had shown you that. Again, I can show you. In that. Where it was. So many varieties of forms. Oh, that was in another presentation. We had a presentation of 18 reasons we are not the body. Consciousness, yes. The presentation is called consciousness. In that, I showed you how we are changing the forms. Where did I show you that? We're changing the bodies. Okay, I showed you actually in this only. Consciousness. Yeah, I showed you in this. Not in consciousness. Windows 27. That has gone away now. It goes away. If you remember, I had shown this to you. You see these different forms that you see. Correct? What do you see? The eyes, nose, mouth, they're just going inside and outside in different species. Similarly, based on the kind of desires we maintain, our this, okay, you are able to understand now? We just get a different set of nose, eyes, mouth, and ears to fulfill the desires we are having. Certain desires are very nicely fulfilled in dog's body. Eat bones whole day and bark at people. Certain desires are fulfilled in cat body. Drink milk, drink. Certain desires are fulfilled in tiger's body. So every body fulfills certain kind of desire for us. Correct? So let us come back to our presentation. Here we are. So the living entity in the certain type of ear, tongue, nose, and sense of touch which are grouped around the mind. So based on the desire, actually what happens is that just like a tailor, he may make mistakes sometimes in stitching a cloth for you and a whole kurta gets spoiled. But the material nature is so perfect based on the kind of desires you're maintaining, gives you a kind of body, particular set of sense object. Okay. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudana pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. Like an example, suppose your car gets spoiled. You don't know what's happening. But a mechanic comes, he knows what's wrong. What's the difference? Because he has some knowledge. You have no knowledge. You are just a fool. You don't know anything. Many people say, I don't see God. Yeah, because you're a fool. If you had knowledge, even by seeing a rose, you can conclude God is there. Look at somebody makes a painting of the rose. We give him an award. Here, somebody made the real rose. Soft texture, nice smell, and you say by accident, I'm a fool to accept your conclusions. What fool's paradise humanity has come to actually. They say intelligent. Vedavyasa says, Manda Sumanda Matayo. Kaliuga people are dull-headed with no intelligence. Therefore, they accept all the silly theories, Darwin theory, all this, because no intelligence. Totally dull-headed. No brain itself. How can things come accidentally? And it is taught and they see somebody accepting foolishness is also a fool, no? Both are fools. The endeavoring transcendentalist, in fact, it is said by Vedavyasa, somebody cannot separate body and soul. He is a donkey. Yasyas buddhi krunupeti dhaduke swadik kaladradish ijji yatirtha buddhi salile nakar hichet janeshu abhigneshu sa eva gokhara. Khara, he is a donkey who is not able to understand separation between body and the soul. Vedavyasa says he is a donkey. He is just an animal because animal cannot understand. What's the difference between a human and animal? Human life begins when you can separate body and the soul. Human life begins there. The endeavoring translators who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. He can understand soul, body, God, he can understand. But those who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. Unless you are spiritually evolved, unless you are evolved in knowledge, you cannot see all this. So today, unnecessarily, without any reason or logic, we put aura around scientists. They're fools. They don't know anything. They don't even know we are not bodies. So why you're wasting your time with them? Okay, you get your work done. Even just like your chappal is broken, get it stitched. That's all. How much respect you give to the person who stitched your chappal? Do you sit there and learn how you should conduct your life? No. Get your work done and forget him. So much you don't have to put aura or something. Oh, he's a scientist. It's okay. He's a fool number one. He doesn't even know we are not body, we are soul. What kind of knowledge he has? Knowledge begins with understanding we are not body and soul. The rest all is just skills what you're learning in schools and colleges, how to bend an iron. Why you have to be enamored by them? There is no reason to be enamored or create an aura. They will save the world. Just like all these people, politicians, they say equally fools. What they will save? They cannot save themselves. Very soon they're going to die and they may be in the body of a dog next life. Here, let him save himself first. What he will save the world. Even scientists, as if they're going to save the world. What they will save? Let them first even understand ABCD of knowledge. If a person doesn't know who is he, isn't he a fool number one? Try to understand this fact. I am using strong words to shake you up out of, complacency. Okay? So we have to come out of this foolishness. Okay? So not trained in self-realization cannot see what is taking place. They may try to know. This is a put aura around great acharyas. They have something mesmerizing knowledge. They have realizations of what is not visible in this world. They have darshana of that. We are not body, we are spirit, soul. And we are servants of the Lord, and there is so much pleasure in service to the Lord. That is real knowledge. And that is how, see, they are attracted to it. Today, people think, I go to all the colleges. Krishna's grace, I've introduced some courses on philosophy, on values, and I interact with students. But I see some students, some faculty, they feel this is all waste of time. They do not know. They think they have knowledge. They don't have any knowledge. I tell them on the face, you only have a knowledge of a lohar, how to bend an iron. That's all you have. That's not knowledge, that's skill. That is skill. You don't need actually colleges for that. You want to learn how to bend an iron, don't go to classes. It's a waste of your time. Go lohar, sit down there, see how is it bending, bend. Why are you going to college? It's a waste of time. Actually, all these universities, colleges can be closed. It's a waste of time. For these things, you don't need to go. Directly, if you want somebody to learn anything, directly go on the field. Why don't you send them to factories directly? Why you're wasting your time? That's what is happening. I did engineering 4 years. I know it's a total thorough waste of time. It would have been better. I would have been directly on the job. I would have learned better. There is no need for skills to be taught in colleges. There is no need. You are wasting their time. Actually, that's what most of the time students don't know what to do. It's a waste of time, boring. Put them on the job directly. For skills, you don't need to make classrooms. If you need to make classrooms, make for spiritual knowledge. That's what Krishna's grace I'm trying to do. Our temple I'm making will be a university. It not just a place of worship, a place for learning. For that, you need classrooms. For that, that's what happens every day morning. Child gets up, mother gives bath to the child. They take him to the puja of the Lord, put tilak on him, as if some great learning is going to go for. And he goes to the college. And he spends 20 years every day going in and out for giving so many examinations, as if I have, and they become very proud, collected this degree, that degree, that degree, that certificate, that certificate. At the end, zero knowledge. Because the beginning of knowledge is who you are. Suppose somebody calls you on the phone, what do you ask? Who is online? And he says, I don't know. What do you say his knowledge is? Isn't he fool number one? Somebody knocks on the door. Who is it? Sir, I don't know who am I. What do you say? Aren't you fool number one? We don't know who we are. We don't know what's the goal of life. We don't know how the world has been created. Aren't you a fool number one? What is this pride going around actually? And on top of it, little they played with the world and they destroyed the world. This is their work, great work of the scientist. So don't be enamored by this foolish scientist. They have zero knowledge. Be convinced of this fact. Fools, all fools. You have to take out aura from the wrong place and put it where it deserves. Here is knowledge. You are reading Bhagavad Gita, the Vedas, the very word Veda means knowledge. Vidwan. Balwan means he has strength. Vidwan means he has knowledge. So here is real knowledge. And this knowledge will make you Vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge makes you humble. Knowledge liberates you from the world. Knowledge gives you happiness. You are sitting in a jail or you're sitting in a slaughterhouse. You need knowledge how to get out of the place. This word is compared to Mrityu Loka, slaughterhouse. Death is certain. And nothing else should interest us. Nothing else should interest us. Only one knowledge, how to get out of the slaughterhouse. But you are interested to know how the other, you are a donkey there, how other she donkey is looking so beautiful. Are you gone crazy or what? Your neck will be cut very soon. Why are you wasting your time? Very soon your neck will be cut in a slaughterhouse. You are in a jail. You're not able to meet your family. You cannot talk to your family. You are able to, every day you're forced to break so many stones. What knowledge you should be interested in? Only one knowledge, how to get out of the jail. Who has put me in the slaughterhouse and the jail? Why I'm suffering? This is information. You have information. The other person is, I got one samosa to eat. He got 4 samosa to eat. How from C class jail I can go to A class jail? Instead of 1 samosa, eat 4 samosas. You're gone crazy or what? Get out of this jail. Don't be so much. Eat something simple and maintain your life. Focus should be simple living and high thinking. And that's real knowledge. So unfortunately, today in the society, there is no knowledge. Sometimes there are one college is written, and what is it? Knowledge is power. I told in that college, why you write like that? There is no knowledge taught in this institution. All ignorance. Avidyalaya, not Vidyalaya. Avidyalaya. Vidya is very great. Vidya gives you liberation. Vidya gives you happiness. Vidya makes me happy, makes you humble. So take care. So try to acquire real knowledge. That is Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, the Vedas begin with the aphorism, Athata Brahma Jigyasa. Now inquire about absolute truth. Therefore, actually, if you go to a guru, You should only reason, just like you all took the Gita course, for what purpose? I want knowledge. Huh? It says, Tasmat Guru Prabhaddeta Jigyasu Shayam Uttamam. You should go to Guru only when you have questions, and not kind of question where I'm eating, sleeping, that donkeys also ask, animals also ask. Only one question. What is the truth? Who am I? Who created this world? Has this world come by an accident or there is a designer? Okay? If there is a designer God, how am I related to him? Who has put me into illusion that I am the body? Can I see the Lord face to face? If you have this kind of question, then only that is means you are candidate for knowledge. You don't have this question. Only question is how to earn money to enjoy my senses. Then modern colleges will help you. So better you can combine both of them at the final critic analysis. You have to learn some skills to maintain your body, even though the wisdom says directly go on the job, directly be on the job. In fact, that's all the colleges understood now. More and more we give them project-wise learning. That's why you say, if you have heard, they say international schools, they charge 50,000, 1 lakh per month compared to your normal school, they charge you 1,000, 2,000. Why? They teach you in a very practical way. It's a project-oriented learning. People love it. Simply theory going on. It's so boring actually. Huh? Even all around the world, the education is turning because the Vedas always say there is no need if you're a Loha to go to college. Directly go to job. No, see how father is bending iron and learn it. Continue the job. Huh? So the endeavoring transcendentalists, student self-realization, can see all this clearly. But those who are not self-realized cannot see what is taking place when they try to. Take care. I enter into each planet. Krishna is continuing. By my energy, they stay in orbit. I become the moon, supply juice of life to all vegetables. I am the fire of digestion, every living body, and I am the air of life, outgoing, incoming, by which I digest all kind of food stuff. This is also another beautiful shloka, 15:15. Easy to remember the number. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. So not only in the region of heart, soul is there, Lord is also there. There are two people. Don't ever make a confusion thinking it is one. There are two different personalities. Krishna says, Sarvasya, because 13th chapter you already read. He says, Shetaragna cha apimavati. Cha means also, I am also the knower in all bodies. Similarly saying, Sarvasya cham hidi, I am situated in the heart of every living entity. And from me, I give you three things. Smriti, Jnanam, Apohanam. To the soul, Krishna gives three things. Memory, just like we desire so many things, Krishna gives us a favorable situation to enjoy those things. Jnanam, Krishna gives us fresh knowledge. And Apohanam, Krishna gives us forgetfulness. What he gives us? Fresh knowledge, Jnanam, memory of what we already knew, Smriti, and forgetfulness. So, Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto, mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha, Vedesha sarvai aham. Through all the Vedas, Krishna says, you have to know me. Vedanta krit veda videva chaham. There was through all the Vedas. Some person was telling me, in the Vedas, there is no mention of the word Krishna. Acha, acha, very good, very good. Who told you this? Who is this person who told you? You should show in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, 10 chapter, 8 shloka. Just read the Tatparya, purport. Acharya has given so much evidence there. So much places. Krishna is saying it through all the Vedas, you have to know me only. What is this nonsense we are teaching people? Then Veda, there is no mention of Krishna. This is all later edition, original Veda. There is no mention of Radha, Krishna. It's all Vigraha Puja. These are all people created. Why you read all these things? If you read from newspaper TV, that's what you learn. Do you learn physics from newspaper TV? You go to authorized books. Similarly, learn the Vedic literatures properly. He said, through all the Vedas, Krishna said, you have to know me. Vedanta Krit. Krishna said, I know that because I am the compiler of the Vedas. Vedanta Krit. Ved. I know the Vedas. Don't doubt this. Through all the Vedas, you have to know me only. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto. Krishna said, I am sitting in everybody's heart. And now not sleeping there. Like you see, Mahabharata, was Krishna sleeping? He was very active. He was involved in the life of everybody. Isn't it? God is far away just smiling. Not smiling, he was very active. Duryodhana was going naked to his mother. Hey, shameless boy, where are you going like this? No, I am Krishna. I'm just going to meet my mother. Is this the way to meet your mother? At least we are langored. So you saw Krishna was very active. He was knowing everything and very active. Sometimes we desire so many things. Krishna gives a favorable situation to enjoy. And then it reminds you, you wanted to enjoy, no? Ah, I wanted to smoke cigarettes. See, here it is, smoke. So he gives you memory of your own desire, not that he uh, creates sinful desire. There are two classes of being, fallible and the infallible. And that is fallible is we, the jiva, who leaves the service to the Lord. And infallible is just like Hanumanji, he never leaves service to the Lord. Kshara, Akshara, we are small devotees. Sometimes we get into illusion, but the devotees who never leave service to the Lord. In the material world, everyone is fallible, but in spiritual world, every entity is infallible. That's the difference. Huh? We are here in the material world because we are fallible. We are left the seva to the Lord. But spiritual world, they don't do that mistake. What can be done? Beside these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Lord Himself, who has entered into this world and is maintaining them. Beside this fallible and infallible is the Supreme Lord. And here He is. You all know this situation. There were 16,100 girls kidnapped by one demon, Narakasura. Very powerful demon. Has a big palace and big army. Very big demons he had with him. That is, you all know Narakasura, also known as Bhaumasura. And all these girls were very beautiful girls, princesses of different kings, kidnapped by him for his own enjoyment. And they all with tears prayed to the Lord to come. Krishna heard their prayer. He told Satyabhama, come. Where Satyabhama he came because he had some benediction. He needed Satyabhama to kill that Narakasura, Bhaumasura. So Krishna came. Krishna doesn't need anybody's help actually. But Krishna does not break the benedictions given. Just like Brahma gave benediction. So Krishna came in Narasimha Rupa to kill him. Not man, not lion, not animal, not day, not night. Like that. So Krishna killed him. Similarly, here Krishna brought Satyabhama for that purpose. And when he came here inside the palace after killing all alone, without any help of any army, alone, that is God, just alone destroyed the whole army destroyed. Like all the big demons like Mura demon, 300 demon, killed all of them. Everybody he destroyed and he entered the palace. The 1,600 girls when saw Krishna, they said, cried with so much love. Lord, we are so grateful to you. You are so lovable. Krishna said, okay, that's fine. Give your address. I'll send it to your home with all respect. They said, no, we are not going home. So what? No, you know what happened to Sita. People made fun of her after she was kidnapped. So people make fun of us. So what do you want then? See, after seeing you, we don't want to marry anybody else. What? I'm already married. No, we all want to marry you. Somebody asked, how could God marry more than few wives? Because those days it was common. Even Krishna's father had 16 wives. So Krishna had 8 wives, like Satyabhama, Rukmini. So Jambavati, so many. So they say no. Now people say, why did God marry? No, how can he say no? When Vibhishana came flying to meet Rama, everybody except Hanuman said, it will be danger for you. He may become spy. Lord Rama said, I cannot say no. There is one door always open for you. You can always go to your parents. The door is always open. Similarly, Krishna's Supreme Father's door is always open. He never says no. Doesn't say, don't allow him inside. No, please welcome. You're always welcome. So now Krishna expands to 16,100 forms and accepts the hand of every girl. And it calls Vishwakarma, Jaldi. And Vishwakarma made 16,100 palaces, move extra in Dwarka. 8 palaces became 16,108 palaces for Krishna. And Krishna landed up in Dwarka. Everybody he gave a palace. He stayed with each one of the wife. Narada, when he came to meet Krishna, he saw he was there in every palace. So don't misunderstand the leelas of the Lord. We should properly understand. He's the same personality who lifted a mountain on one finger. He's the same personality who showed Vishwarupa. He's the same personality who killed such powerful demons in his childhood itself. It's the same personality who showed Narayana Rupa to even his mother, father when he was born. He's not the Jiva, he's God, Paramatma. So Krishna is saying, beside these two, Kshara and Akshara, there is Supreme Personality Lord himself, who has entered into this world and is maintaining them. 17. Yasatam Ksharam Atitoham Aksharad Pichotamaha Ato Asmi Loke Vede Cha Pratitaha Purushotama. Because I am transcendental, beyond both fallible and infallible. Some are fallible, some are infallible. And because I am the greatest, I am seated both in this world and where the supreme person. So there are living entities in the city and in the jail. But the king is boss of all of them. The same way, the Supreme Lord is boss of all the living entities, metal world or the spiritual world. Here is Brahma offering prayers to Krishna. Uh, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. The Devatas never make mistake. They're always Lord Shiva, Ganesha, Indra, all are always happily offering their prayers to Krishna. They have no problem. You may have problem because you don't read the Shastra, but they have no problem. They are very happy, very, very happy. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya. Always they're offering the prayers to Vishnu. Here is Vishnu, the maintaining this world in Shira ocean. If they have a problem in any management, they always go and report to him. And Krishna says, okay, I'll solve it. Like Bhudevi had a lot of problems on earth and she went to Brahma. Brahma had a discussion. He called Shiva, Ganesha, everybody. They said, no, we cannot solve. This is too difficult a problem. So they said, let us go. All of them went to Shira ocean, then offer prayers. And Vishnu heard their prayers. He said, okay, I'll come. And that's why Krishna came in this world. See, this is the time Brahma was praying when the Bhudevi problem. All the devatas sitting. And they offer various prayers to Lord Purushottam. So many prayers they offer. And beautiful Narayana with Lakshmi, so beautiful. They hear their prayers. Sometimes they give darshan, sometimes they don't give darshan. This time actually they didn't give darshan. And Vishnu came in the heart of Brahma and gave the message. Very soon we're coming. I'm coming in the family of Yadu dynasty. Please, all of you take birth there. We will have nice pastimes. Here is Lord Parvati asked Lord Shiva. Some people think you are God. Is it so? He said, no. Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samacharam. My dear Devi, that's not true. I am not God. I am the Vaishnavanam yathasambhu. I am the topmost servant of God. If you want to worship Vishnu. Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param. Yo imam ev asammudo janati purushottamam sa sarva bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Who knows me as the Supreme Personality Godhead without doubting. Don't doubt. When evidence is coming from the Shastra, don't doubt. Where you come to know position of Brahma, Ganesha, Shiva? From Shastra only. Shastra is saying Krishna is supreme, Vishnu is supreme. Worship them. Don't doubt. It is to be understood as the knower of everything. And he therefore engages himself in full devotion of Son of Bharata. This most confidential part of the Vedic scripture, oh sunless one, this is the most confidential. Now there are three knowledges in Bhagavad Gita. One knowledge, I am not body and spirit soul. Second knowledge, the Lord is situated in everybody's heart as Paramatma. And third knowledge, the Lord is having sweet pastimes in Vaikuntha. The three knowledge, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So some people know first knowledge, I am not body, I am soul. Soham, Am Brahmasi. Good. Next level, there is Paramatma sitting in your heart. Wonderful, still more wonderful. And the Paramatma is knowing everything. And I am a servant of this Paramatma. The third level, the Lord is having very sweet pastimes in Vaikuntha and is inviting us to join him in those wonderful pastimes. And therefore, that is called the most confidential knowledge. Because here, therefore, engages himself in full devotion service is the most confidential knowledge of the Shastra. Therefore, Krishna is saying, this is the most confidential part. Guhyat, Guhyatara, Guhyatamam. Also, and it disclosed by me. Who understand this will become wise, and the endeavors will know perfection. This Krishna sitting with Arjuna, and there Krishna is telling this is the most confidential part of knowledge. Okay, done. This chapter, we did something, 1 hour, small chapter. Somehow we spent some time. Okay, now you had a prayer to sing. Yes. Yeah, start. Hare Krishna, please start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam
लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्राजमनम् यशोधाभियोलुकालाधवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या यशोधाभियोलुकालाधवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रायुग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रायुग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिभद्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थिताग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिभद्रम् इति तृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तामाख्यापयन्तम् इति तृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तामाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयोषिताग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेम तत्संशतावृत्तिवन्दे तदीयोषिताग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेम तत्संशतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपि हा वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपि हा इदं देव पूर्णाधा गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरस्तां किमन्यै इदं देव पूर्णाधा गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरस्तां किमन्यै इदं ते मुखाम्भोजामत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुन्तलै स्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुखाम्भोजामत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुन्तलै स्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या महोचुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तम् आलं लक्षलाभै मोहोच्चुम्बितं बिम्बा रक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तम् आलं लक्षलाभ्यै नमो देवदामोदरनन्त विष्णो प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःखजालब्धिमग्नम् नमो देवदामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःखजालब्धिमग्नम् कृपा दृष्टिवृष्टातिदीनं वतानो गृहाणि क्षमामग्नमेध्यक्षिदृश्या नमो कृपा दृष्टिवृष्टातिदीनं वतानो गृहाणि क्षमामग्नमेध्यक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धामूर्त्वैव यद्य त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च कुबेरात्मजौ भद्रामूर्तैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकं मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षीग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेऽहम् तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकं मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षीग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेऽहम् नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमस्ते स्तुधाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाया देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाया देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाया देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाया देवाय त्वम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्याजमनम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्याजमनम् हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी धन्यवाद प्रभु
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very sweet. This is very nice meditation on Krishna's lotus feet. We generally do it in Damodar month. This is sung every day. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So sweet poem. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can we go to the question and answer session now?
Yes, yes.
Yes. The first question, Prabhuji, on the chat box is, service to Lord Krishna around the corner, around the clock is beautifully explained, but we need to earn our living also. So how do
That
we
is
serve the
Krishna.
Lord throughout the day? Do
Hmm.
you mean the work we do should be pure?
No, the work should be offered. Krishna Seva, whatever you are doing, at least say, I am doing. For that money, you maintain yourself and you're chanting Hare Krishna. So that work has gone to use for Krishna Seva, no? You work. We need both Vidya and Avidya. Vidya is a very divine thing. Vidya can be only used for the Shastra, God. The rest is not Vidya, that is Avidya. But that knowledge also is needed. No? You need to maintain yourself. So you go to colleges and learn. That is for maintenance. But Vidya, don't think that is what is happening. We have no problem with Avidya. Why I use strong words today? Idea was that we are thinking that is Vidya. It's not Vidya, that is Avidya. Because it doesn't lead us to God, bending an iron. But you need to know how to bend iron to make your food. So you need both Vidya and Avidya. So when you are working now, using your Avidya, you are working, you are getting some profit out of it. No? From that, at least take 1 rupee. That's what I remember my mother used to do. There is a hundi in front of the Lord puja room. Put it there. So you then when you're working, I'm working for the Lord. At least that 1 coin I put every month there. Something, 1 coin, whatever. Some way the connection should come. You're working some portion of it, 1%, 2%. Ideal is 50%, the highest ideal. But you cannot reach there. It needs a lot of renunciation. Why so much money for him? I want to use for my pleasure. So karma bhoga is slowly becoming karma yoga. When you're offering your result of the work, when at result of the work you are enjoying, you are karma bhogi, not karma yogi. Many people say I'm doing karma. You're doing karma bhoga. That's like animal life. The result of that offer for the Lord's pleasure at different levels. In the beginning called Sakama Karma Yoga and later is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakama means you're working, but there's strong desires of personal enjoyment. That is Sakama Karmi. His work is not so pleasing to the Lord. Lord wants Nishkama Karma, which is Bhakti. Nishka working, but all the result is for the Lord's pleasure. Okay? So we have to slowly come from Sakama to Nishkama. So that will become work is worship. Otherwise, work is not worship.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, the next question refers to chapter 15, verse 15, with reference to forgetfulness. The question is why forgetfulness is also included. Can you please
Yeah.
elaborate?
Why does Krishna makes us forget? Better to forget, no? In the life, we remember everything. And there was a case of divorce in Mangalore. I knew that family. 30 years later, marriage is over. She's telling, the day I entered house, you mother-in-law spoke like this. 30 years, she was only collecting one notes here, this much diary. You did like that. Arey Baba, who is perfect in a dealing? You go crazy. Better forget. No? So Krishna makes you forget. You forget your past life. You remember your past life, so much trouble will be there. So you're totally in control of the Lord. Sometimes I have an examination. क्या था यार वो आंसर ही नहीं याद आ रहा कृष्ण made you forget. Do what you want now. Do what you want. नहीं याद आता. There is one person, no, big famous case has come. He has forgotten the password of his Bitcoin. Some few, how much he has? 500 crore rupees. He just can't remember the password. And there is the whole thing is just one password. You just can't remember it. Sometimes it happens. You forget some password of some program. You just don't know. I have a big diary because I have so many programs. I keep writing because we forget. So that's our nature to forget. That shows we are, God does not forget. That's the difference between you and God. Okay. Sometimes the Paramatma makes you forget. So many things you have sinful desires. Better forget. Better forget. What can be any other person ever? Why does God? See, everything Krishna does is wonderful. I start from that premise. Adbhuta Karmana. He's wonderful. He lifts the mountain, he's wonderful. He makes us forget, that is also wonderful. Think more, you will get reasons why he makes us forget sometimes. Okay? He never makes you forget service to the Lord. That also he makes you forget because you want to enjoy materially. You want to, I am God, I am God. Now, how can that work when you can be aware Krishna is God? So makes you forget so that you can enjoy, I am God, and do like an intoxicated person, jump around, I am God. Okay, some reasons I can think. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Are the Devatas and even Brahma and Shiva bound by the three gunas of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas?
Bandhanurupa kalama. Yastu Indra Gopa Mathavendra Hosa Karama Bandhanurupa Phalamad. Shiva's position is different. Shiva is not bound. He is a Shiva is almost God. ठीक है शिवा को इधर नहीं लाइए वो almost विष्णु ही है milk under curd it is milk at the same time not milk. He's Shiva Tattva not Jiva Tattva. Brahma is part of Jiva Tattva, is one of us, and the Brahma just like what he did he stole all the coward boys and all. Well, Brahma can make mistake. You never find Shiva making any mistake anywhere. He cannot make mistake. उनका position थोड़ा बहुत बड़ा है. When Vishnu is creating this world, he cannot touch Maya. He in a form of Shiva he touches Maya. That's the only difference. Milk to curd. ठीक है? उनको थोड़ा अलग रखिए. Brahma is one of us. Any one of you can become Brahma. You cannot become Shiva. Shiva is almost Vishnu, but Vishnu, when he involved in the creation, he takes the form of Vishnu involved, that is Shiva. And Shiva plays a role of a great devotee. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. If among rivers, Ganges is supreme. Among Granthas, Bhagavata is supreme. Among Vaishnavas, Shiva is supreme. This is given in the Shastra. Vaishnavanam yatha. If you have taken name of Vaishnava, first take name of Shiva. And he loves Vishnu Bhaktas very much. So by worshipping him, Vishnu, Lord Shiva will be very happy. He is a great devotee to Lord Rama. Therefore he says, no, Rama Rameti Rama Rameti, his sloka. The great devotee to Lord Rama. Okay. So what was the question? Brahma?
Are the Devatas and Brahma, are they bound by the three gunas?
Not Shiva. They are not Shiva. Brahma also not ordinary personality. Brahma is a Sampradaya leader. We are in Brahma Sampradaya. Okay? Sometimes, generally he doesn't make any mistake. After he hears Chatushloki, he cannot make a mistake. He is fully liberated. Before hearing Chatushloki, some mistakes he did. I don't list all mistakes. He did make some mistake. But after hearing Chatushloki, he became an Acharya. Acharya cannot. He is a Shuddha Bhakta, cannot make mistake. And if he makes a mistake, it is Krishna Dare. Okay? Just like Arjuna was bewildered before the war, it is Krishna Dare. He is not. So similarly, Brahma, after hearing the Chatushloki, the Bhagavatam, when he heard from Krishna, became totally liberated. Okay?
The next question, Prabhuji, is that you say that we are part of him. But then you say that humans are not God or in godly form. Can you please elaborate?
Yeah, that you have to understand clearly. You are part and parcel. You're not God. You're a dog. Dog cannot become God and God doesn't become dog. We are in dasas. Part and parcel. Just like a drop of water cannot say I'm ocean. A photon cannot say I'm sun. But it is a sample of the sun. That way we are part and parcel. A photon is a part of the sun, but it is not sun. The photon cannot say I'm sun. It's small, very small. Little heat and light is in your room. Now sunlight comes, that's okay. The sun comes, you will evaporate. So you cannot compare yourself to God. This is the jealousy, hatred of God we have to give up. We are all here because we hate God, no doubt. We envy his position. I can become God. How can become God? What are you? One air will blow you in the air. Why you are comparing yourself to God? Because of that, we are here. And all Bhagavad Gita is doing is just teaching us, I am small, God is great. If you are understood, convinced of that fact, your reading the Gita is successful. Otherwise, keep reading. You have wasted your time reading Gita. If you could not understand this much fact, that you're a small jiva, living entity, servant of the Lord, you just wasted your time reading Gita. You need to understand. Read again. Keep reading till you understand this fact. Pray to the Lord to, my Lord, reveal the truth. I'm getting confused. I'm thinking I'm God. You should think actually. It's a height of pride, no? Say, I want to be the Supreme Court judge whole life. Take care. And I cannot become Supreme Court judge. I'll become God. Acha. What is this nonsense, The height of foolishness. Okay. Next.
Are all the Ashtakams written in the Sanskrit language?
These are all prayers. Generally, Acharyas write in Ashtaka. Not only so many Ashtaka, some are in 6 verses, some are in 7 verses. This is just a poetic composition in 8. We collected some of them. Not only 8, there are so many prayers we sing in the temple. Not all are in 8. Some are in 4 also. Some are in 2 also. Some may be in 1 also. Okay? It's just compositions of 8 which we are using, and it's so nice. No? Bhagavad Gita is nothing but worshipping of God. Krishna is the teacher of Bhagavad Gita, and he is the end of Bhagavad Gita. So we are offering prayers to Krishna so that by his blessings we can understand Bhagavad Gita.
The devotee probably wants to know if there are Ashtakams in other languages also, Prabhuji.
You can compose. Acharya Prabhupada composed for his guru Ashtakam in English. Behold, behold, thy happy day, sweeter than May. He wrote in English. You can write in any language. But generally, Sanskrit is the language most beautiful. And how poetically you can compose in Sanskrit. You cannot compose like that. Nama Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokulendra Jamana Yashodha Viyo. It's so sucked into the language. You can have volumes of meaning so poetically. This is the best language actually. But what to do? We are so dull today. And the scientists come and teach you 5,000 years ago, they're only monkeys. Monkeys, huh? The language they have, you can't learn in 100 years. And you're telling them monkeys. Huh? They had everything better than you. And we believe that. 5,000 years ago, only monkeys were there. Very good. Hare.
The next question, Prabhuji, is a lengthy one. Prabhuji, I am a beginner as a Krishna devotee. Please guide me when I do Lord's Bhakti and chanting. My family feels I'm going into some other world, and it troubles me if my family is not in support of my actions. Happiness doubles when parents are in support of our actions, but right now it seems difficult. Please guide how to go ahead in Krishna service.
Be patient. Be patient. You took so much time. You know what happens? You took so much time. Don't think that your parents will accept in a second. Because sometimes we are unreasonable. See, you yourself to accept Krishna consciousness would have taken 10 years. You're thinking about it, you didn't go. Then your friend said, please come. You didn't go. Then you went one day. Then you liked it, but you had 100 questions. You didn't understand. Then you stopped going. You took so much time. And parent, you accept in 1 second. Be reasonable. Give them time. Every person is open for suggestion. And my request really in front of parents, don't try to educate them. They are senior to you. Have etiquettes. They may not appreciate. But you can, if that is true, you should not do in their presence. Because they will get irritated. Okay, na? So do it when they are not present. I always request a student get a very early morning and to do your sadhana so that parents don't come to know. Or at least even if they know, it's not visibly happening in front of them. Just like ladies are there, husband don't like. So as when husband goes to office, that time you do. Don't do in his presence. Simply there is kolhal in the house. Want to live a peaceful life. Correct? So do it in a way that other person is, if he doesn't like it, don't do it in his presence as far as possible. Okay, so that you are peaceful. Don't try to educate the parent. You can help them in a way, bring prasadam for them. Cook very nice things, offer to the Lord, give them prasadam. They'll appreciate. Okay? Give some time to them. Everybody needs some time.
Arun Prabhuji, please unmute yourself. Arun Prabhuji. All right.
Hare Krishna,
Arun.
Prabhuji.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I actually have one question. Day before yesterday, I was checking with that Tulu. I'm a beginner of Bhagavad Gita. In the Tulu program, he was mentioning about something.
Oh, you know
tamas and-
Tulu? You know Tulu also?
Yeah, yeah. Basically,
Oh,
I'm
so-
from born in Bangalore.
Okay.
Then I migrated to Canada, become
Hmm.
Canadian citizen. Yeah. So I was just going through his classes, beginners class. Was a bit hurt when he said Shiv about Tamasa Guna. He said Shiva has got Tamasa Guna.
No,
And,
Shiva is in charge of Tamas Guna. He doesn't have Tamas Guna. He's in charge. See, just like somebody is in charge of jail. He's also a gentleman. Say, in a country, there is a department, a minister for jail. Correct? It doesn't mean
Yeah,
the minister is a prisoner. He's in charge of that. He's in charge. True, he's touching that metal energy. Sometimes, therefore, Shiva becomes extraordinary angry. And he started Tandava and destroy the world. Correct? But as
Yeah.
such, he's an exalted devotee. We cannot comment on him. His position is very, very. He's in charge. Okay?
uh-huh.
In charge.
Yeah, having
Little
done
looks- Little
all
looks
these
similar.
years,
He's
yeah.
in charge. But he's not effective. He's always. in his-
Yesterday, I asked same thing
play.
from our Dharmadhikari, that Mataji English classes. She said, no, you can check with you. You are
Huh?
the better person. Yesterday, I checked with the same English class. With our
Rashmi Mataji's class,
Rashmi,
Prabhuji.
Rashmi.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, she wanted to check with you. That's why I just called.
Yes.
We're having gone through so
Now
many
it's clear.
years.
Now it is
now
clear
it's
to you.
now it's
See,
clear.
just like say, Mr. Arunji is a minister in Canada of prison department, है ना?
Yeah, but
But it doesn't mean you are a prisoner. You are free. You are free.
yeah.
So
Thing-
actually,
yeah, thing
it
is,
I tell you why he has a role.
yeah,
He's the most compassionate personality.
yeah,
See,
that's why,
who-
because my wife.
That is the
and
reason.
me-
He is his mercy is so much. He takes that role. He become Bhutanata. Now tell me why it has become. Nobody wants to take care of Bhutas. Bhutas are the most disturbed people. Now who commit suicide, they become Bhutas, and they are very disturbed. While somebody commits suicide, depressed, disturbed person, and he commits suicide, and that following he already was disturbed, and Papa of killing the body is sitting on his head more. He is very disturbed. Bhutas are very disturbed. And who is Bhutanata? Lord Shiva. Is very, very merciful. Therefore, Daksha could not understand why he's putting ash on his body just to be with them. And by his mercy, he slowly pulls them out of the Bhuta body and gives them the body. Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
convinced,
the
yeah.
Lord Shiva activity, some people, if you comment on it, you'll become like Daksha. He'll cut your head and put a coat head there.
No, this is what, because even I used to say that Mahamrityunjaya mantra, I just completed 125,000 times, like 1.5 lakhs. Like it took about 1 year. All of a sudden, someone says he's Tamasa Guna, even my wife, and we all didn't like that much. Of course, it is in the book.
He's
Yeah,
in charge. In charge.
yeah. Now I convinced.
The wording was not correct. See,
Yes.
like Brahma takes charge of Rajaguna. Even Brahma is also very great to go to the Lord. See, the position of Brahma is that after he leaves the body, he goes back to, even Brahma is a jiva like us. Okay, but after he leaves the body, he goes back to Vaikuntha because after serving the Lord and the most confidential service, very confidential. He's taking
Prabhuji,
charge of the whole.
we don't pray Brahma, right? No one prays Brahma, but Shiv, yes, it's very common
See,
in Canada.
we are in his parampara. We can pray.
No,
We are in
I
Brahma
never
parampara.
seen any temple, Brahma temple. I
Yeah,
never seen
yeah.
it.
He's happy you pray Vishnu. He's not unhappy. He doesn't have any
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah. See, what happens? It's Krishna's arrangement. Some way they say some reason he's not prayed. In Pushkar, there is one temple of Brahma. Less.
Oh,
Less.
is it India?
Pushkar.
Oh, okay.
Some exception is there, but generally
I-
you don't find temples of Brahma. But you do find everywhere temples of Lord Shiva. He is very popular. I am in Mangalore, no, Mangala Devi, full of Shiva and Devi only. Oh, Mangalore. You are Tulu Nadu. There is
Yeah, I was
Katil,
in
Polali,
2010. Yeah.
Katil,
2010, I
Polali,
was-
Mangala. Huh? Mangala Devi. Full.
2010, I had a hospital in Bangalore,
Huh?
my own hospital. 2008, 9, 10, 3 years.
Oh, you. Oh,
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah. My brother is a doctor there. Yeah,
In Mangalore.
Bangalore. Yeah, my brother and my
Yeah.
sister-in-law.
So whenever I go, whenever I go inside the temple. I go to Nitte College. So on the way, Dalman comes. As I stop the
I know.
car, I go inside. I pray. I pray to them, and then give me opportunity. I'm in your place. Bless me.
Okay.
I can serve you nicely. We should not ignore. Suppose, say, I'm a Vaishnava. By my tilak, I'm a servant of Vishnu. But I will not ignore because I'm doing aparadha. He's the greatest Vaishnava. Greatest means he cannot make a mistake. Even when he ran after Mohini Murti, Bhagavatam explains, Maya had not touched him. It was Yoga Maya. Lord was playing with him.
Yeah.
And he stopped himself in Bhagavatam and he offers beautiful praise to Lord Vishnu. Beautiful praise. He said, I'm
Yeah,
very proud. Very proud. He
I
shows
bought
the
these
Bhar-
books, 18 counter books of Bhagavatam from
Ah.
ISKCON.
Oh, beautiful.
Toronto. Yeah.
You read that portion? Mohini Murti Leela.
I
Yeah.
just bought it. Didn't get
Yeah.
time. Just 2 weeks ago.
So when you read that portion, there Lord Shiva stops himself. I know he had actually,
Which chapter?
it will come. And look it.
Oh.
No, I will not tell you. You open all the
Okay.
books. See what
Yeah,
happens, that Mohini Murti Leela happens. So after Samudra Manthan. So Lord Shiva
Uh-huh.
comes to know and he was not there. So he
Uh-huh.
goes to Vishnu with his Parvati wife. And he says, my Lord, I have seen all your beautiful forms. But this Mohini Murti Rupa, I did not see. I wanted to see. So Vishnu said, you want to see? Yeah. Because he's happy to see the Lord's form. And immediately, the Lord disappeared and a beautiful girl came playing on the ball. And that was Mohini Murti. And Parvati is sitting there. He ran. He ran after her. And then after that, he controlled himself. And then Mohini Murti said, my dear Shiva, because you are great devotee, you could control yourself. And then he offers beautiful prayer. Lord, again, come back to Vishnu form. Beautiful prayer. I am so proud to have such a great Lord. And then he comes back to Parvati. Did you see? I saw enough. She was very upset. I saw enough. Shut up. Sit down. Just imagine husband runs behind her wife. Said, did you see?
Yeah.
I saw enough. Sit down.
Interesting. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare
Very
Krishna, Hare
good.
Krishna.
Yeah.
So next time you visit Tulu Nadu, please do come.
Of course, yes. Yeah. No,
This
I
is a place.
I was
we
very
got
happy
a-
to. I was very happy to hear this new temple is coming up.
Oh,
to do
this
some-
is in Kulai. Oh, I'm not
Kulai,
going to
exactly.
make a small. I'm making a. Therefore, I waited for 20 years because Mangalore is so expensive. You just cannot purchase land. Anybody, one acre in Mangalore cost $10 million. It's too much. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Now, for a temple in a small town, Mangalore, ISKCON will not agree. Even if I have, I never had.
Yeah.
Luckily,
I saw the
government
design.
came forward.
Design is very good. Yeah. Looks,
The government came forward to give me 1.5 acres. I waited 20 years. They had some land. This is from government I took. And that's
Where's
why
it? Where's
Kulai.
it? Kulai? Yeah.
Kulai. See, I made the whole map of DK. Then I said, if
Uh-huh.
I'm in Mangalore, then, Udupi, Suratkal, Karkala will feel out of the place. Correct? I was thinking
Yeah.
like that. It should be near Suratkal so that, whole district feel it's the center for them. And suddenly they said, Kulai. I said, Kulai, that's what I want. It's between
Yeah.
Mangalore and Suratkal, little outside Mangalore, but the center for the whole district.
No, I know Kulai because we used to eat ice cream from whenever KREC because I'm from engineer from RVC, Bangalore.
Oh,
I studied
KREC.
RVC
I was a
Bangalore, yeah.
faculty for KREC for 10 years.
Oh, I
I,
see.
I
I see.
created a credit course. Even now the course is existing, human values. First year credit course in the BTech syllabus. First course is studying human values. A semester course with 14 sessions and a grade, everything. And
And
we
I
wrote
did
some
PG in
books.
Toronto here. Yeah. Okay, that time we used to go to Kulai ice cream. It was a very famous Kulai ice cream.
Yeah, very nice place. Very
Shetty
good.
ice cream. Yeah, it's in Kulai. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna, Sudeshi.
Thank you for amazing and inspiring speech, Prabhu. It's very every day I listen to your speech. Very nice, Prabhu. Prabhu, I want to ask. Thank you. I want to ask two questions. One is, will demigod worship lead to Krishna, or should Krishna will?
You will go to Devaloka. Yanti Deva Vrata Devan Pitriyanti Pitrivataha Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja Madhya Juniyapi Yanti Mam. Correct? So that is shloka we already read. See what you are worshipping Devata for. If you go to say, Lord Shiva, please bless me, make me a servant of Vishnu, he'll embrace you with so much happiness.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just like you go to Hanumanji, मेरे को भी राम का भक्त बना दो, हनुमान जी will embrace you, my dear, I am so happy. लोग को क्या कहते हैं, संकट मोचन, हनुमान जी वो प्रॉब्लम आ गया, वो प्रॉब्लम आ गया, he is not happy, he is busy. राम जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम. हनुमान जी क्या हुआ, जय श्री राम, बीवी तंग कर रही है, अरे 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 जय श्री राम. He is a disturbance, you are disturbing him, है ना, डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हो, क्या चाहिए बोल ना, क्या चाहिए, ले जा, अरे जय श्री राम. Same way Lord Shiva is always in meditation of the Lord. खट 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 खट, क्या है तेरे को, खट खट, अरे क्या चाहिए, मेरे को थोड़ा ऐश दे दो, ले क्या. So he's always in. We are disturbing the devatas in their devotional service to the Lord by the छोटी छोटी चीज मांगते हैं ना, छोटा छोटा, है ना, ऐसा चीज नहीं मांगना चाहिए, बड़ा चीज मांगो, और मांगना है तो बड़ा मांगो. करेक्ट. बलि महाराज ने बोला वामन को, छोटा छोटा क्या मांगते, 3 steps, ask big thing. So always they ask, biggest thing you can ask, give me bhakti. You are so dear to God. You are so dear to God. है ना, हनुमान जी से ये पूछो ना, you are so dear to Lord Rama. मेरे को भी एक थोड़ा सा उनका भक्ति दे दो. He will be so happy to give that. है ना, मेरे को ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, पैर दर्द कर रहा है, सिर दर्द कर रहा है, क्या तंग कर रहा है भाई मेरे को. They will give you. They are very merciful. But why not ask big things? है ना. So if you just meditate on the devatas in the not properly understanding their relation to Vishnu, then you will go to Devaloka. Yanti Devavrata Devan Pitriyanti Pitrivataha Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja Madhyajana Yanti Mam. If you pray to Lord Shiva, then you'll become liberated from this world. Janma mrityu to nikal jayega, lekin Vaikuntha dham nahi jaoge. You will be, Lord Shiva is the great devotee. There jaake unse thoda mercy le lena. I'll show you something. Every day we show you Goloka chant. See, here it is. Now there is something called yes, can you see? Okay. This is based on Bhagavatam. Can you see Mahesh Dama? So if you pray to Lord Shiva, you end up in a situation, you will not be in cycle of birth and death. Okay. You will reach him, but you're not entering Vaikuntha also. So by his mercy, by his maybe company, yeah, you see him such a great devotee, then you can enter Vaikuntha. But you will be not going directly there. You'll be at Mahesh Dham. But generally, people don't worship Lord Shiva for anything. They want some facility. Anna? Correct?
Yes, yes.
What are the names that follow? Bhasmasura. Uski tarah. Bhasmasura went to Lord Shiva, give me the power so that if I touch anybody's head, he becomes ash. Anna? And then Lord Shiva said, Tathastu. He said, I want to touch your head. ऐसे भक्त, ऐसे तंग नहीं करने का. We should not disturb the devatas like this. Correct?
Yes, sir. But a lot of people worship demigods and they come to Krishna. So it's
See, they come to Krishna in the sense, in the sense that, why the devata worship is at all there. This question should be there. Because you learn to bow down. See, किसी दूसरे आदमी को नमस्कार करना आसान नहीं होता है. Correct? It's not easy. So you're learning to bow down. Even you're learning to bow down to Devi, you're learning to bow down. है ना? When you bow down, so Indra ko bhi puja kar rahe ho, you're bowing down. Then you learn to bow down. That bowing down one day you can use for Vishnu. That is the purpose of Devata Puja. वो सिर झुकाना तो सीख गया ना. One day when he sees Vishnu temple, udhar bhi sir jhuka dega. Done. Purpose is done. He has gone to the Lord's shelter.
Oh, okay.
What happens? The difference is that sometimes this question comes, and forgive me if I hurt anybody. I use in a class strong words because I want to pull people out of illusion. So I use strong words sometimes as a teacher. See, what you want at the end of the day. You want a situation without birth and death. You want a situation to eternally serve the Lord. Then only worship of Vishnu will help you. Mukti pradata sarvesham Vishnu eva na samshayaha. There is no doubt. If you want mukti, you have to worship only Vishnu. Just like in a jail, there are so many administrators. They can make your life comfortable in the jail, but to release jail, the order has to come from the king. Correct? You understand? Just like Krishna Leela, when Krishna manifested himself, what did the Danavas do? They attacked Krishna. So we will do something like that. And us, therefore, there is no point us now going to the spiritual world. We are not ready. So if you want to be a situation without birth and death and serve the Lord, you have to go to Vaikuntha. Okay? Otherwise, you will stay in the metal world and roam around. Different facilities are there. What do you want? You have to decide. If you want some material facility only, then you will continue in the metal world. But if you want to serve the Lord in pure heart, you have to go to the spiritual world. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, the next question is on a related note. Will the Devatas continue to be in Devaloka forever? Don't they want to go to Vaikuntha Loka?
Generally, they go. See what happens. But whatever it is, they are temporarily there. The Devata, I tell you why the Devata, they're not one or two Devata. The top Devatas like Brahma, Shiva, these are extraordinary category. They're pure devotees. Devi, all are pure devotees. Ganesha is also pure devotee. But there are 30 crore of them. So general term for a Devata in the Shastra is Sakama Bhaktaha. Sakama means they have some desire. We don't generalize it to top Devatas. Some desire for personal enjoyment. Because of that, they are in the material world in a very comfortable position, but not in the spiritual world. Kuch desire tha. You want to be controller. So you get position like Indra, controlling the whole universe. He's the king of the Devatas. Take it. But he's not a controller. Controller is God. He just gives him a kick for being a controller. Just like I'm lifting the pen now. I'm thinking I'm lifting. No, I cannot lift my hand also. Paramatma lifts the hand. We just desire. We are only sitting in the car and desiring. Father carries the car wherever he wants. So we are just all role is desiring. So Devatas are great devotees. Generally, after their life, they go back to the Krishna Loka. Generally, top Devatas definitely they go back. Other Devatas also pray. In fact, very nicely, Brahma says, we Devatas pray to be born on earth. Best place for spiritual life. And in earth, India, best place for spiritual practice. It is there. Okay. Because Devaloka, there is so much enjoyment. It is not easy to pray. Too much enjoyment, you become intoxicated. Just like you see in our audience, very rare we will have very rich person. Anna? Very poor person also doesn't come because he's in so much tension, he can't have time, neither he can afford a computer or mobile to hear. Very rich person, he's intoxicated. My life is successful. What it is successful? You will die after some time. Yeah, no. So some exception is there, but generally difficult to find them. Any temple, very they think I'm successful. Like that. What can be done? As therefore Queen Kunti says, Janmaisharya Shuta Shivi Edamana Madaha Puman Na Eva Arti Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gochara. So anybody intoxicated Janmaisharya Shuta Shivi cannot properly offer prayers to you. So Devata find themselves in that difficult position because so much opulence is there, so much enjoyment is there, it's difficult to pray. So they say, if I can be born on earth, I can nicely pray. So Devatas also pray to be born in India, to pray to the Lord. This is given in Bhagavatam 5th canto.
The next question, Prabhuji, is Lord Venkateshwara and Vishnu the same?
Same person. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Hana, they say no. Yes, it is the same person standing. Vishnu is standing there. And he was worshipped by Ramanujacharya, a great Acharya. See, everything is Guru, Sadhu, Shastra balance each other. So evidence is there from Shastra. There is a lot of Sthala Purana about Balaji. And on top of that, great Acharyas like Ramanujacharya worship the Lord there. So we accept.
Can you please explain verses 19 and 20 again?
Purushottama. Okay, let us see those verses from the Sanskrit point. This is my ebook. You can locate these ebooks. Here it is. Yo mamevam asamudho janati purushottamam swasarvad bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is to be understood as the knower of everything. And therefore he engages himself in full devotion of Sana Bharata. Next. Iti guhyatamam shastram idam uktam maya naga etad buddha buddhiman syat krita kritascha bharata. This is the most confidential part of Vedic scripture of sinless one. It is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise and his endeavors will know perfection. Yes, what is the question here?
Can you please explain that those two verses a
Okay.
little more?
So Krishna says, without doubting, accept. That's why I use my strong word throughout the class today. Don't doubt. Don't delay, don't doubt. That is perfection. See, when we are, suppose in life, if you doubt something, is considered wise, so you don't get cheated. Correct? But you should not doubt great authority. That is foolishness. When Krishna is speaking something you're doubting, that is foolishness, not intelligence. Suppose there is a very good doctor. He says, take the medicine, you will cure, and you're doubting him. That is foolishness. So knows me as Supreme Personality Godhead without doubting is to be understood as knower of everything. Engages himself in full devotion of Sana Bharata. Okay? Engages in full devotion. Without doubting, we should engage in Krishna's service. Iti guhyatamam shastram idam ukta mayanaga guhyatamam. The Bhagavad Gita has three truths. Guhyat, guhyatara, guhyatamam. This is most confidential knowledge that we should engage in Krishna's service. Okay? Etad buddha buddhiman sat krita kritascha bharata. Okay? His all endeavors will know perfection. If you understand the most confidential knowledge, okay, and disclose, whoever understands this will become wise and his endeavors will know perfection. Okay, Hare Krishna.
The next question, Prabhuji, is that I know we have to chant at the time of death, but how do we know and how do we do this if we die suddenly?
Krishna will remember and help you. You sincerely try. I understood your question. If suppose I have some slow death, I have at home, gradually falling sick. So if I'm a devotee, I'll call all my devotee friends, please do Hari Kirtana, and hearing Hari Kirtana from the mouth of people whom I know they are sincere devotees, I'll also be able to chant the name of the Lord and die. That is very fortunate to die like that. Acharya Prabhupada saw to that when he was leaving the body in Vrindavan, they asked him, what is your last wish? Don't take me to hospital. don't make it to the hospital when I'm dying. He was surrounded by all his disciples who were doing kirtan all the time, and he was enjoying the kirtan. That is how to die, how we should die. But suppose you're traveling, suddenly aircraft fails. I didn't get time to pray. Don't worry. Krishna remembers that. Krishna will help you to remember him if you have been sincere, even at the awkward moment of a sudden. Okay?
I understood that Krishna is making us to earn money to do service. What are the best ways to serve with the saved money?
What are the earning should we use the best way? See, Krishna says in Gita, the person dearest to me is the person who is distributing knowledge to other person. 18th chapter. He says, Nata tasmad manusheshu kashid me priyakritama. There is nobody more dear to me than he who distributes the knowledge to another person. Okay? There is nobody more dear to me than he who distributes the spiritual knowledge to another person. So you participate in spreading. You cannot do alone probably. Together, let us join hands. That's what we are making temple for. Let us join hands. See, I am a brahmachari. I have no bank balance. I have no bank account already. Okay? Our life is dedicated. Everything we do is for the uh, as a service to society, so that a facility is available for society to be taught spiritual knowledge. So let us work together. Let us have. Alone we cannot do anything. Alone, many people have money. They open construct a temple. Then who will serve? And where there is prachara? No prachara. They hire a pujari. He will do some ghanta and go. What is that's good, but not. Is it the best way to? That's the most of the temples are in India. Some trustees are managing rich people. The pujaris are just hired fellows, isn't it? It has come to that level now. Temples are no longer place of learning. To a large extent, not generalized, but large extent has become like that. Hare
Next
Krishna.
question, Prabhuji, is besides Nama, I also find solace in listening to Bhakti Geet. Is this wrong? There are
No,
famous
you
Bhakti
should.
Geets that scolded the Lord. Are they bad and should not be listened to?
No, Bhakti Geet written by acharyas. Okay? Or see anything. Say Bhakti is not a joke. Try to understand. I am having some food. Between food and prasadam, it's not a joke. Food has to be cooked by a devotee, offered with love to the Lord, honored with devotion. Then that food take spiritual nature of prasadam. It can just one anna of the prasadam can take me to Vaikuntha. It is so powerful. So it takes the nature of just like a wire, ordinary wire. And when the current is there, there is difference. So food taking spiritual nature, that's called prasadam. It's not a joke. So similarly, Geet, it's not easily, you are singing because it spiritually energizes you. It has to be written by a devotee, an acharya, recognized devotee, sung by a devotee with heart for no personal profit. Most of the musicians who are singing them, they are debauchees, they are drunkard, woman hunters. No use of singing. Don't be interested. I have to hear in that raga or not. Simple. That's why I see how we do kirtan, how acharya did kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare. There are people who can say, what's the use? Most of them are debauchees. Why you want to hear from them? Hear from devotees. Song should be written by a devotee because that music will remain music. It will not remain bhajan. There is a difference between bhoga and prasadam. Prasadam is spiritually eliminating. Bhoga will tie you down to this world. Bunjate tu agam papam ye pachanti atma karana. Same way, a music will make you take birth in this world again and again. Music will not liberate you. There's some people who tell the other way. But when the music is offered for the Lord's pleasure, written by a devotee, so tattva should be correct, sung by a devotee. Is non-devotee right? Sometimes philosophy is also wrong. So written by a devotee, correct conclusion, sung by a devotee, and then heard with devotion. Then that bhajan takes spiritual nature. Like Mataji sang Damodar Ashtaka. Nama Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam. This is given in the Shastra. From there we are picked up and you're singing. Okay? Or great acharyas. Like in our ISKCON, we sing prayers by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, by great acharyas in the parampara. We are not singing film songs. Film songs, they are just not properly sung. Hare Krishna. Finish.
The next question is a combination of two questions, Prabhuji.
I could have met some people today. Okay. Every class I'm meeting 4-5 people. So anybody want to introduce himself, I can switch on the video. As if you're saving bandwidth of watching cricket match, that's a separate issue. So we can say hello, hi, we can meet each other if your camera works. Yeah. What is the question?
The first part of the question is, when a soul leaves the body and before it enters into another body, can it remember all the life it has taken? And the second part is,
in the womb. It in the womb. When in the womb, the child is there. Bhagavatam says, 3rd canto, 30th chapter by Kapila Muni, that sometimes the Lord gives to a pious soul memory of 100 births. This is the information. And after seeing the last 100 births, he starts praying to the Lord intensely, my Lord, I don't want to take birth again. I will sincerely in this life serve you. And you see the futility. Just imagine if I can give you like a TV serial, आपको बैठा के video भेज दूं of your 100 births, won't you understand how I'm wasting my time? Burning in a body, running after food and sex whole life. That's the two things people are running around to satisfy their appetite and sex. And they run like a monkey here, there, then die. Then again, another body, again, same thing, and again die. So person running to satisfy his genitals and his tongue cannot advance spiritually.
The second part of that question, Prabhuji, is when the soul gets liberated, will it remember all the material life it had taken?
Do we remember when you go to God, do we remember our material life? Anyway, what is the point in remembering? See, there is nothing which is irrelevant which Krishna will make you forget. You will still remember. We were chanting Hare Krishna. Sweet things, Krishna, why take away the memory? Mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha. That's why it is said spiritual relations are permanent. Now we are connected spiritually. We are discussing Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna. Why Krishna should take away this memory? That memory he doesn't have to make you forget. Okay. So do we remember when you enter the spiritual world, the whole our material existence? It is such a painful experience. We do remember to some extent. Therefore, Krishna says, Yad Gatva, today he told, Yad Gatva na nivartante. We have freedom to serve the Lord and misuse of freedom. And we are there in the material world. And trillions of lives we took. And then he understood, I can only be happy by serving the Lord, and went back to the spiritual world. And then somebody said, would you like to go back to the material world? No. After burning my hand, why will I burn again? So because Krishna says that you will not come back means the bad experience is their part. Bad experience means details of that will be there. So miserable. Nobody loves, only cheating. Hai? All experience is bad only. If you make a list of your experience in the world, very few will be good, mostly bad experience.
The next question, Prabhuji, is before being sent in this material world, were we all with the Lord in Vaikunta?
Serving him. Just like, see, so many people were in the course started. How many people are there? Sri Ram?
Oh, we had about 400, Prabhuji.
400. Now 150 people remain. Where 250 went away? Did he do any sin? No, they went away. No. So that freedom is there. No. In Vaikunta also you left. This is Vaikunta only. What else it is? What else you're doing in Vaikunta? We are enjoying. We are doing Krishna Katha. We are discussing about Krishna. We are dancing in Kirtan. We are having Prashadam. That's what we are doing. No office, no school to go. No court to go. Just enjoy. Kevala Ananda Kanda. Enjoy, enjoy, and enjoy. So in the spiritual world, such a nice, sweet life is there. But we left that life. So why people stop for the class? Because they had other things to do. So we wanted to be independent of the Lord. So, but don't think a major person does it. How many people in a city land up in jail? Very small percentage. One person was telling I'm special. I said, really a special, really nicely messed up when you're sitting in this world. You're really special to go inside a jail. Really special person.
The follow-up question is, if Lord wants us back in Vaikunta, why did he send us to this world in the first place?
Prabhupada asked this question. He said he didn't want to send you, you forced him. Just like a child say, 12-year-old child say, I don't want to live in this house. My dear child, we love you here. You stay here. What do you want? I don't want to stay. I don't like you. I want to be independent. Then what the mother will do? She will walk behind the child invisibly. That is Krishna, sitting as Paramatma, invisibly sitting there, watching everything. Because, a small child, one dog will eat him. He has so much anxiety. And you cannot do anything without him. You cannot even see with him. The body is created for you to see in this world. Everything he is doing. Still, we say there is no God. He's smiling at the back. The child has walked out of the house. He is hungry. You go and pay the money to the restaurant. So he goes, come here, food is there. So we go tree. Mango is there. Did you arrange the mango? No, God arranged. Go. That's for God's arrangement for you. Eat. Who made? Did you make the food? Did you make the grain? Nothing you do. Everything he arranges for your livelihood. Everything you have. But still we say there is no God. He's smiling. Nice air is blowing. Krishna, you're thankful to you. So kind of you. We see the sunlight. That is again mercy of the Lord. You see you're standing on earth. Every moment you can feel His mercy if you want to. Therefore, great acharyas, when they understand how much one-sided love it is. And Prabhupada used to say, you're so hard-hearted. So hard-hearted. It's magic. Mother is doing everything and the child is saying there is no mother. It's so, what do you say? He's so hard-hearted. Itna uska dil patthar ka dil hai. So we are behaving in a very, we do not know. We are behaving like a very hard-hearted person. Therefore, it is said when finally you will see Krishna, you cannot put your head up. You put your head down in shame. Because what you did for billions and trillions of births, just denied him, insulted him, spoke bad against him. True or not? Offended him. And he did not take any offense. Like a father, mother don't take any offense. It's like a small child, when he kicks his father, mother, do they take any offense? They don't take any. My dear child, it's all okay. It's all right. It's all right. Krishna ignores. He doesn't take any offense. Okay? One-sided love. Patthar ka dil, patthar ka dil. Therefore, Prabhupada in his lectures is sometimes all rogues, thieves, rascal, dull-headed. He used to refer. That's what we are behaving as. Sometimes, when first time I heard the class, I was looking. So the person so is not speaking. He's to the Acharya. We are hearing the tape. It is for you because we are actually true dull-headed, rogues, thieves. Why thieves? Because God's property you're trying to enjoy. Dull-headed, nothing goes inside our head. 10 बार भी सुन के समझ नहीं आता है. We are His servant. Yeah.
The Paramatma resides in every body. Then why are some people selfless and giving while a few others are cunning and selfish?
That freedom is there, no? See, Paramatma, just like Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told the whole Gita to Arjuna. He decided to follow. Similarly, Krishna counseled Duryodhana also. He did not agree to follow. In fact, when Krishna landed in Hastinapur for peace offer, Duryodhana received him. So would you like to have lunch with us and take rest in Dushashana's house? Bahut acha house hai. AC hai, bahut comfortable hai. So Krishna said, I'll not come to that house. Why? He said, because you don't obey me. He knows you don't obey me. And so many times, so many angles he explained to him that he can stop the war, give up the pride. He did not want to listen. And Krishna showed him Vishwarupa also. And he said, he's a magician. So how can you blame Krishna? What is not possible? In the palace of Dhritarashtra, Krishna, read real Mahabharata, he brought all the sages of the universe, Krishna by Achinta Shakti brought there to counsel Duryodhana. What more? Here he was counseling him, Arjuna alone. Here, not only him, he brought all the sages. Still that fellow did not want to follow. So you say, why we are listening or not listening? It is our choice. Krishna is not going to force. In the end of Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Krishna will say, Arjuna, yathechasi tatha karu, do what you want to do. He did not force Arjuna. Arjuna said, Karishye vachanam tava, I'll follow him along. So he became glorious by following Krishna, and Duryodhana became bad because of disobeying the law.
Prabhuji, it's nearly 8 a.m. There one more question and 2 requests. Should I proceed? Right. The question is, why isn't there a separate word in Sanskrit or any Indian language for the Supreme God? We call Krishna a Supreme God or Adi Purusha, but there is no separate word to refer to him. God is generic for all gods.
No, God is an English word.
Sanskrit, he wants to know if there is any specific word or any other language for that matter. Is there a specific word which refers to the Supreme God?
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavad Gita, Vedavyasa doesn't use the word Krishna. Whenever Krishna is speaking, says Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. That word refers to Krishna. Bhagavan. What is the meaning of Bhagavan? Balavan, who possesses strength. Correct? Dhanavan, who possesses money. Bhagavan, who possesses all the opulences. Aishwaryasya samagrasya virya yashashashiyaha. It is explained by Parashar Muni, father of Veda Vyasa. He possesses all the richness of the world. First thing in this world, we give somebody respect if he has money. Krishna has all the money. So, ho gaya? Bhagwan. He has all the, next thing we give somebody respect if he has power. Krishna has all the power. Next, we give respect to somebody if he has fame. Krishna has all the fame. In this world, you see, these 3 people are given first respect. Then beauty, there's no definition. He's the definition of beauty. The definition of beauty is Krishna. Beauty exists because if something looks like Krishna, that is beautiful. That's all the definition of beauty. That's a philosophical term. Okay? Otherwise, there is no meaning of beauty. If you shave your eyebrows, no problem. But because you're comparing with Krishna, he's the definition of beauty. He the usko देख compare करते हैं. Krishna के छत्र के right handsome. Aishwar Magra Virshasha Jnana, he's full of knowledge. Half an hour he spoke Gita. To this day we are studying. And where I get totally detached. So the 6 things Krishna has unlimited, therefore is Bhagavan. Okay? Therefore, Krishna word actually has the meaning. When Prabhupada starting ISKCON, they say, why don't you make International Society of God Consciousness? Prabhupada said, no. Then they will bring so many hodgepodge ideas about God, Krishna. So if you say there is a word which is the best word for God, that is Krishna, because all the glories of God end in making him attractive, and Krishna is all attractive. Akashati iti Krishna. So Krishna name is the mukhya name for God.
If children throw out their older parents as they grow old, what kind of birth would those children get in the next birth?
What is that? If the children?
If the children throw out their elders, if their parents as they grow old, what kind of birth would children get in the next birth?
Nice Papa Karma. Nice Papa Karma. First thing, their children are watching. First, their own life, their children will also throw them in the old age home. Now that is very fashion because we want to enjoy. Old parent every day, so just they put in, basically they don't want to take care at home, the seva. They say we have no time there. So what they do, they put in the nursing home, and which is just not much different from old age home. Nursing home, old age home, there is hardly any difference, है ना? वहाँ डाल दो बस. कौन हो हर दिन उनको नहलाएगा, है ना? Nobody wants to do seva to the parents. So-called culture, because husband is working, wife is working, there is no time to do seva to the parents. There was once I met an old man. He was my good friend. I know him since when he was 70-year-old. I remember in the temple, he used to be first person, 4:30 Mangal Aarti, waiting always. So one day, he met me, a 95-year-old. He came to meet me. He said, my family is wishing I die. I'm not dying only. I have children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. Whatever wealth I have, I've given all to everybody. But even in spite of all that, not one person wants to do any seva to me. Rather, they are wishing I die. Even I am thinking to commit suicide. I'm fed up. I'm not dying. He was totally healthy. 95-year-old also, he's washing his clothes. He's taking care, lying down. It was so much in difficulty.
There are 2 requests, Prabhuji. One is a request to share that video that you had posted during the course of the class, where the about body changing based on our desires. That video has been requested for by one of the devotees. And the next request is whether you could arrange the classes with respect to the United States of America's Eastern time zone.
What is the time they want? Tell me the
Eastern time zone is what is mentioned.
What time you want? See, the new batch, I can do that. In English, already we have 6 o'clock, we have 3 o'clock, we have 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 4 I've already done. You want other time, you tell me. I will make a resource available if possible. See, only a night for those in India, but there have some devotees taking class from America. I can request them. Or Prem Kishori Mataji taking class from America. Actually, I tell you interesting. I want to take class for Americans. Americans in English. Because they will be separate group we can make, because we have to speak to you all know a lot. Just connecting the dots for them, it will from scratch. The more detail we have to explain. Even Mahabharata, they don't know what is Mahabharata. They don't know. So to explain, my desire is there. I don't know how we should do it.
Eastern time, Prabhuji, has been posted to me 10:34 previous night, Sunday night. Sunday night for them, Eastern time now is 10:34 p.m. Sunday.
That's okay. That's okay. That I know.
So there's about 12 hours
what
difference.
time they want. What time they want.
Oh,
See,
9.
at the end of the day,
time.
what time is convenient for them. Let them know. I will make a resource available. Okay? Right, I will choose a devotee who is in America itself. So for that, it will be very convenient to take. Suppose it is night 2 o'clock for me. It is difficult for me. But somebody in America will be in the same time zone. Early morning is good for him. Just like 3 o'clock class is taken by a devotee, Prem Kushori Mataji. She takes because it is early morning for her, quite comfortable.
Rishi Sagar Prabhuji wants to know what about Canadians?
Oh, he has come today?
Yes, he has joined us today, Prabhuji.
Take care. Yeah, you give me the time, Rishi. We will make a time available. Take care. Send me a time. I'll make a resource available.
It's 8:05, Prabhuji, your Bhagavatam class. He has just raised his hand. Rishi Prabhuji has just
Hare
raised
Krishna, Rishi ji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. For me, it's fine. The time that
No,
you're
but
doing
generally,
right
what's
now.
the best time for a Canadian, Indian in Canada for the class?
Well, it depends because Canada is such a big country. We have 3-4 different time zones, right? But for Eastern time, I think Koshik Prabhu is asking for 8 a.m. Saturday morning, which is 5:30 p.m. on Sunday night for you.
5:30 p.m. Oh, class. Oh, weekly class after this is over. 5 o'clock.
If you look at the chat, you can see what he wrote. He put.
I am understanding. 5:30. Can you make a note of this time?
Yes,
Or a
Prabhuji.
weekly, Prabhuji, I'll work on this. Not only a daily of 5:30 in the next course. We have 3 o'clock. We have 7 o'clock. You want something at 5. One more, Hannah? One more in between. I'll work on this. I'll see who can take it.
Thank you. Again, for me, it's fine this time that you're doing because this is evening time for us.
No, we will use you as a resource now next time.
I don't think I'm at the level to teach.
Yeah, you can start with children's and then you can touch elders. Children's will train you, don't worry. We'll throw you among the children, they will teach you. They are so great, they're so wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, it's 8:07. Your class for
Okay.
Bhagavatam now is time.
Hare Krishna. Vacha kalpate rubhacha kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnava namo namo anant koti vaishnava vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.